Alright. You should probably reload your Roll20. Oh, no, wait! You're not on the map. It's because you're not on the map. Because your token isn't there. You don't have a token, therefore you don't see anything. Yes. Except his character's not dead as far as you know. Fred just ran away. That's all you guys know. So when we last left off, your party was in turmoil. You just lost your cleric and your paladin. Yes, there's a smashed coffin. And Kitty is mourning the loss of the fact that there's no booze left, as far as she can tell. And Irina seems to be flirting or something, or at least being nice to Vold. On the plus side, Vulgar has his soul again. Do you guys wish to have a long rest and say it's the next morning, or do you wish to continue on where you last left off last night? Yes, Kitty is having problems with regards to her alcohol consumption, or rather lack thereof, plus the trust issue. Alright. Sorry. It seems like the owners are not currently in residence. The Revenant kind of looks over at Vold. I hear they have rooms upstairs. He kind of shrugs. Considering two of them left quite suddenly, there are probably places for you. The stairs outside are the ones that go to the rooms. The stairs inside, you have no idea where they lead. Appears to be a private bedroom. Well, you manage to push open the door and see two small beds, clearly sized for children. Both empty. In fact, there is a proper description for this room. Let me slip over to that. A large painted toy box rests between the two small cozy beds. Murals of ravens in flight are painted on the walls above the wooden paneling. Alright. You find the following. A miniature puppet theater with appropriately sized marionettes of king, queen, prince, princess, and executioner, a tax collector, a dunce, a vampire, and a vampire hunter. A garish toy Vistani wagon hitched to a wooden horse and filled with tiny wooden Vistani figures. A pair of painted wooden clown masks, one displaying a mean scowl and the other a frightened expression. A wooden top painted with images of scarecrows chasing children through the forest, and a stuffed real bat on puppet strings. Each of the toys is marked with the slogan, "Is no fun, is no bookski." The puppet strings fall against the side, but they don't seem to go noticed. It was clearly a real bat at some point, but it is now nicely stuffed and tanned. Yeah. Yep. Volgar, are you going to go sleeping as well, or? Volgar? We moving on to the next morning then? Alright. Even by the next morning, the people who own this place still have not returned. It's unclear what's happened to them. You hear the sound of clomping hooves in front of the building, however, and the snort of a large horse. And it comes down outside. Ismark also wakes up and goes down outside. There's a rather large horse trying to crop some of the faded, the really scraggly grass that's growing out here. It seems to have gotten loose from the barn. Looks like a large draft horse that could easily pull a wagon full of supplies. Possibly cart around a bunch of people, too. No, the horse was sitting in the barn, and the barn got broken open during the fight at one point. The people that live here haven't returned, so logically the horse would wander out. The horse kind of looks up at you and noses at Pavik. Marina kind of looks around. Where are the where's the innkeeper? Where's the Martika family? People who own this place. She shakes her head sadly. The horses out here. Nesmark kind of looks around. We should take the horse back to the stables and make sure it's secured. The horse seems to be willing to follow you. You can just move yourself there. I'll move your thing. Nope. The door was Alright. Ah! Okay, well, that happens. You hear the squawking of birds and the plaintive whine of the horses, was already whining. The stalls are clean and well maintained, and this one is not. A small door is set into the east wall, and a wooden ladder gives access to a loft overhead. Perched on the wooden railing and enclosed loft are dozens of ravens. They're still squawking a bit, but none of them seem to be objecting to what you're dealing with the horse. It's possible they're just ravens. The door into the barn is shattered and lays there on the ground. Looks like it was just okay. Yeah, it looks like it was destroyed in the fight. The ravens caw at you as you get up onto the loft. One of them sort of moves over the way the birds do and attempts to peck your face. He caws louder and attempts to peck your hand. Well then, roll the grapple check. Yeah. Just roll strength. You touch the bird's feathers and it wiggles free. That one and the rest of the ravens go flooding out the door, cawing all the way. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything in the loft other than feathers and raven droppings. Okay. Yeah. There's a small window, and you peer in and see pretty much just well, typical sort of like shed sort of supplies. Carts, empty barrels that could be empty. I mean, them are probably empty, but could always contain stuff. Um, glass bottles, old plates and bowls, uh, various little implements such as like old knives, stirring spoons, lumber, that sort of stuff, firewood. There. Rena looks around. Where's Kitty? I'm surprised she hasn't come down yet. She heads back upstairs and starts knocking on the door to Kitty, to the room she was sharing with Kitty. Kitty? Catherine? Marina makes a face out there and goes, "Oh, this isn't good." She leans over the balcony to see if anyone's down there in the inn. After that, she steps back outside and says, "Hey guys, I think Kitty doesn't want to come out anymore." Catherine, the woman with the sword and the armor. Ismark face palms. Lorena reenacts the scenes from Frozen. I know, but it's like, hand to the sister's door, trying to get her to come out. Yes, actually, that's perfect. It could be a werewolf. It could be a halfling. Yeah, I mean, if there's nobody here at the inn anymore, we can go raid, raid whatever supply rooms they might have to see if there's any booze left for you. This room... Alright. This room looks like the kitchen of someone who loves to cook. It has piles of pots, walls lined with utensils and shelves of ingredients, and all manner of pleasant odors. 2 lanterns hanging above a sturdy pine work table in the middle of the cluster. And there's a pot still over the fire. It doesn't smell like anything's good in there anymore. Whatever's in there's probably all dried out. Yeah. Yeah, the bread looks like it's gone stale, and there is some dried meat. That makes you come to the next door. Are you breaking it down, or are you trying to open it carefully? Alright. It's broken. You kick in the door, and you see this hallway contains 3 curtained alcoves, as well as a large area stuffed with wine barrels. I'll drag you. Yeah, those ones are empty, but you hear vaults beyond the curtains that are hiding the barrels from the rest of everything. You gonna pick one up and divide up? Alright. Let's see. Yeah, you should be able to lift it. Lift up the barrel and you hear something sloshing around inside. Yes. Kitty, you can clearly hear through the curtain the sound of sloshing, what sounds like probably wine, and a half-orc cheering. No, apparently the spigots are only on these tapped barrels over here, but, you know, there's always ways around it. bits of the wood fall into the barrel. They start. Lots of wine fills the area. You can see on the side of it that it is just the most simple of the three wine types. So that what was it, the grape must, or am I just thinking of work? Grape crush, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so this one's a grape. Yes. We're gonna kind of. That sounds like a good use of a water skin. Yeah, you see, the other dried bits of meat in the pot that Irene is looking in and scowling at. There's dried out what appears to have been soup at one point, but is now completely dried out and unappealing. Yes. Yes, it goes right outside. There's a bunch of things. The kind of ones that the half-orc could probably fit on his back, and the Goliath could probably carry two of them really, you know. It's doubtful that Fulgar could carry one. Kitty might be able to manage it, but she'd be encumbered. Arena couldn't carry it. Ismark couldn't carry it. Well, if you could persuade him, the Revenant could probably carry it. No, but I'm just saying is if you want to steal the horse, that horse is available. Alright. It looks like it. Let's open it up. Yep, that's the ones holding the barrels that were already empty. It looks like after the barrels out front got finished, that the people here decided they weren't going to sell anymore for a bit, just keeping the wine for themselves. But now they've vanished too. Yep, and it's not your fault that the winery then got attacked after that. They paid you for what you did. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. They asked you to pick up the seeds. Duh. Makes sense. Hooray. You're not hearing any noise. You don't even hear any birds anymore. Seems like the birds have flown away. Hold on, Mold. As you start moving, you feel something attached to your leg. You made me laugh enough that I went lightheaded. Yeah, you did. Okay. There we go. There's no... Yep. There's no barrels up there for you. To torture you. Actually, because you got woken up in the middle of the night, it's now noon for your long rest, but... Remember, that's what Strahd attacked. Yeah, Kitty, with your passive wisdom score, you notice that Pavik is staring at a piece of wood. The barrel is tiny compared to Mountain Fist. If that's what you want, I can do it. He seems to have put it back in his backpack now. He's trying to Jedi mind trick you. Marina puts a hand on Kitty's shoulder. Yes, it took us all by surprise that the little guy would be the one to betray us. Sir Godfrey kind of looks over at Kitty as well. The paladin's mind was overtaken by Strahd. He is most likely dead or worse by now. All of Barovia needs him dead, Ismark adds. Reborn, Arena confirms. They wish they did. It smells like the wine he has been consuming. No. He dropped that one into the well. A minute. Everybody roll perception. Okay. Well, that's the case, then nothing happens. I know. Yeah. Like I said, 3.5 did an ember on me. I do like the passive section better. So Alistair, nobody's going to see you because their passive perception is just too low. You could have been here for a long time at this point, considering your earlier rolls, and nobody's passive perception is able to perceive you. So basically, the best thing to do is to roll stealth again. See if you're still stealthing properly. All right. Yeah, nobody's got high enough for that. So which means again, nobody's gonna be able to see you unless you nat 1 it. You, you should be able to feel something hugging your leg, yes. Alright, that would mean a dexterity roll on Alistair's part. And I'm thinking that attack roll from you, because we already established that with grappling. Yes. Yeah, you can use acrobatics then. Yes, the fold misses. You don't grab whatever it was that was hugging you. Stealth roll. And everyone else is yeah. And everyone else is hearing Vold cursing outside. Marina kind of looks at the now closed door and just shakes her head, looking over at Kitty. Dun 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 dun. So, Kitty, where do you think we should go next? Ariana asks her. Well, we've got my brother now. She looks over at him, and I'll go with you. That should make up the difference. Yes, they are here in town now. Unfortunately, some of them died during the attack. He sighs and nods in confirmation. Godfrey kind of nods. You did promise to help me collect the skull of the ancient dragon who founded our order. Sure. Godfrey, meanwhile, answers their question, saying that he will return, of course, and and his castle is his lair. He is most powerful there. He is a mere shadow of himself out here in the rest of the world, compared to this castle. Consider it he was here to evaluate you and your powers, to see how well you would handle yourself, and of course to demoralize you. Um, you can you can step up on the table now if you like, and just take it away from that question. If that's the case, Kitty would notice. Yeah, basically, you look to your side and you say, "Assume we don't have anyone small enough to fit in there," and suddenly see a small person sitting at the table. You're sitting at the table. You don't have the chance to dodge. It hits. Yep. He didn't pop up. You just kind of looked around, and suddenly on the side of your eye, you noticed he was sitting there at the table. Okay, it hits Pavik in the bicep then. The dagger. Oh, okay. I thought Pavik was doing a defensive tackle. Never mind. It's Alistair. Yes. You hear what sounds like a little girl screaming inside the building, and you see that your little friend is being held by the Goliath and has a dagger in his shoulder. Roll an unarmed attack. Yeah, so just roll your. Yeah, strength check. Nope. Yeah. You also notice on closer inspection that this is a gnome, not a halfling. There. And that's the same reason why Dragonborn are just huge kobolds. I bet the bag feels nice and safe. Maybe you were at one point part of the same ill-fated expedition that the Pavek's former character was part of. The ones that got devoured by werewolves, as it turned out. Well, because there can only be finite of outsider groups operating in here at this point, and maybe the Pavek's former character's group was a splinter of the same group that you were once a part of before you went off to. A gnome that doesn't drink. Now I've seen everything. Are you attacking something, Kitty? You're just fixing your rolls. Hmm. Protection from good and evil. Let's see. This one, I am thinking it is good. Let's see. I'm just double checking to make sure there isn't already a description. Ah, there might actually be a description. Ah, the there's 3 feet of high stones that rim the mouth of this well, and it appears to be about 40 feet deep. It appears to be mostly filled with water. It's basically 3 feet of rock wall above the water line. Splash! Now you have a wet gnome. Bobbing for gnomes? rolling something. Well, it won't be shiny that deep, so. I'm just. That torch immediately goes out. Anyway. Anyway, you need. I'm waiting for your roll. Oh, roll investigation, or perception. All right, you flail around for 30 seconds, searching for an item. Now you can make another roll. Does anyone have the ability? Does anyone have the water breathing ability? Yep. Yep, that's where he's currently. You're currently going down further, so you're getting towards the cavey bit. I can hear you. You're very quiet though. I said it was only 30 seconds. You said you had a minute 30. Mm-hmm. So I figured he would be able to do at least 2. There's the second one. The second one was also that. No, you haven't found the cave bit of it yet. That might potentially blind him, considering that the shower of sparks would reflect off a lot of water, and be very difficult to see. Kind of like putting high beams on in fog. At least that's what I kind of figure. Did Gathia hadn't used that spell? Because I thought you guys were talking to him, and then you realized that. It's within 1,000 feet. Yep. Basically, that's it. You're gonna size the shit out of this. Well, now that you're glowing, you'll be able to see things around you. Yeah, but this time it'll be it could be a full description of the area, but after you roll the investigation check. All right. No, don't say no. Remember, that's in my control. You gaze around at the bottom now that you can see everything around you. It's a bit more of a bulbous area, but it's definitely filled up with water. There's some silt down at the bottom, and you can see that there is something laying in it. It looks like some kind of necklace, although it's clearly not the image of what Fulgar just showed you. In fact, you see nothing like that laying anywhere in underwater. No, there doesn't appear to be any. It's tiny. So you're pulling Alistair back out of the pit? You're gonna drown? Yes. I don't think that actually works like that. It doesn't work. The mage hand, as far as I can tell, mage hand only works against inanimate objects. Now that'll work. I kind of make a ruling of it. Seems like it's something that would only work on inanimate objects, things without an aura. Yeah. Yeah, and my interpretation is that it can't touch anything with an aura. Again, I'm GM. I get to make that decision. It's 40 feet down. If you're at the bottom, you can't touch any of them with it. Anyway, you gonna pop your head back up out of the water? Oh no. Pavic's eyes are just kind of locked with you. He's got something clutched in his hand that you can save. So you're handing it to Agathion, huh? No, it's some sort of necklace with what looks like 7 red beads hanging off of it. Yeah, you can't quite make out what it is. You're having a brain. Well, that was Fulgar. Hold on. Oh, I see it. Yeah, under there. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. Yeah, you're not sure what it is. Oh, good question. Let me double check. Yeah. And she would have what you have. So I'll just look off your sheet at some point. Yeah, give me 1 second. And yes, it does have the identify spell. Alright. As you cast Identify on the object, it glows slightly, and you know immediately that it is a necklace of fireballs. There's a total of 8 beads on this necklace. Agathion has it at the moment. Alright, let's see if it's within 1,000 feet of you. Yeah, give me 1 second. Yeah, I don't think it is anymore. Let me double check. And it's a magical item, therefore it might have, you know, reset. Yeah, basically it doesn't show up when you cast the spell. So apparently it's gone somewhere. The ground is your friend. Your only friend. Arena kind of looks at him and looks over at Kitty. Are you bandits? Which house are you talking about? Ismark asks you. He shrugs. I don't don't really know who you're talking about. Do you know which house? So Fargo's going to basically tell them the general location of the Watcher House? Was that a yes or a no? Alright. Well, since you did tell him that, Ismark's eyes kind of light up for a moment. Oh, I think I know which place you're talking about now. I passed it earlier. A bunch of refugees were staying there. Right now he's got a necklace of fireballs around his neck, so you might not want to piss him off. You have to be careful with them. You have eight of them for a reason. And he's the one that retrieved you to the bottom of the well, so... Well, they didn't steal Fulgar's soul. They cloned him. It's hard to tell when you're joking. Alright. The Revenant guy basically looks over at you and you say, if you're saying this out loud, correct? Oh, okay. You're just still one. Okay. I'll stay out of it then. Hello there. Am I laughing wakey? I'm sorry. The windmill. The one that's right outside of town. Well, Fulgar especially has unfinished business there. Yep. Because they killed him and then they created a clone of him and tortured that clone? Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, I can't tell if you're doing in character or out of character. Yeah, I'm terrible with voices too, so I'm sorry. Alright, so who wants to be in charge of navigation? Kitty, Mountain Fist, Fulgar. Who wants it? Alright. Vold it is. Yep, that is true. Yeah, she would not make a good mother. And there's a mustache that's twitching. As you get closer to the bone grinder, you hear a howling in the distance. That's what happens when I don't clear up the map of the players. I just kind of figured after last time everybody was, you know, perfectly made up, and now, whoops. Hello, Lyra. Alright, hello, Lyra. We've got 2 more people here that have come with you. Did you not want them to? Oops. Yeah, they said they were coming with you. Where's... Yeah. Give me 1 second. I just need to grab my NPC thingies and open them. But you don't have But you don't have Fedrin here to mess everything up again. Because it's Fedrin who did that to you. Yeah, gnomes aren't sneaky like halflings. Out from the brush come a horde of dire wolves approaching your position. Puppy! Yes. Oops. Bullet wound? Okay. Alright. Yeah. Fix forward. Fight towards Irene. Yeah, I figured you're hiding behind people. Well, they basically charge from any random direction. They were, I mean, this could easily be the front that where you were standing. Yeah. That's weird. I'm not hearing any noises anymore. Yep. Havoc. Punch and punch and punch and punch and punch. Alright. Miss and miss. You just wasted a key point. Vold, what would you like to do? Oh, right, I forgot to do a, what was it? Strength saving. Okay, she's still up. You just put whatever symbol you feel represents rage on yourself. appropriate. And +2? You did. You hit twice. Nice. You heard it bad. Kitty. Nope. Oh yeah, that one does. Godfrey just kind of makes it. It makes a look, gives the direwolf a look that now that's latched onto him. And he manages to stay upright this time, at least. After being bitten, stabs out with a rapier. And misses. What should I say? This one moves over here and attacks Vold. Missing. This one attacks Havoc. Alistair, your turn. Let's see you in battle. Ooh. Blind or deaf? The ukulele playing is so obnoxious that the direwolf now cannot see. Oh, Constitution saving throw. Okay, now I see it. Yeah, well, he failed anyway. Anything else? This one runs after Kitty and misses. It basically runs after Kitty, is about to chomp on her, and manages to trip over its own 2 feet and bite its tongue. Takes 2 damage for that. I'm the GM. I'm allowed to make it a thing. Yeah, if you roll double fails, I'll consider it. I like playing around with, because of Roll20's system of what happens if you roll 2 fails or two crits and basically make something even more spectacular happen if that's the case. Maybe that technically you'd only be rolling once if you were at a table, but I figured, you know, roll 20, you're rolling twice anyway. Might as well make it fun. Oops, that's our guard. I'm looking at Ismark. Alright, Ismark strikes out with his sword. And he misses both times. Godfrey does the same with his. The wolf that's been injured makes a guttural noise of pain, and there's now dripping blood everywhere. It looks like it could die with very quickly. Just a well-placed shot. Okay, another direwolf. This one again goes after Pavik. And Pavik stays on his feet. And now, finally, Fulgar. We're going by the book. If the book is more, since Xanthar's Guide seems to be a bit more clear on that matter. Well, Xanthar's Guide has a whole listing, is a listing of 10 most common actions and things, and one of them was the bonus casting of cantrips. Yeah. Well, it's action and then bonus action, because in its description, its bonus action would be second. I'm sorry, can you point again what the first one was? I was still looking at the book. Okay, and then go down. Got it. Excellent. Okay, 5, 9, and 7. Which means I believe the last one is dead. And this one. Yep, this one, basically the shocking ray practically evaporates under the strain of the electricity. You can detect the odor of charred flesh and a bit of ozone from the electricity. Okay. And that one manages to miss. Alright. Direwolf. Since it's a pack creature and it gets pack tactics, therefore advantage by hitting something that's within 5 feet of another, this one is going after Kitty for advantage. 17. So that would be 17 instead, so... Oh, that's right, you have, like, a shielding thing on. Oh, that's right, no, I'm looking at the 21. I would keep doing that because stupid, the stupid NPC tokens all have blue as their AC. So I keep getting confused. Yeah, you have high AC, you have 21. Bavik! Okay, the one directly in front of you. Ooh. And what does that stunning strike do? Constitution. Yep. 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 6. Seven. 6. Alright. First one, top one. What happens to the top one? Gets pushed back? Alright, he smacks into the tree. And as does the other one. They both smack into the tree. Vold. Alright. Really? I thought it attacked you. Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you were talking about that thing. That's a miss. Another miss. $13.13. Fun. That is true, but I was looking at the only box. Very angry. What does intimidation do? Okay. Kitty! Alright. Same one you were hitting before. Ooh. Which looks like it's about dead. And you completely destroy it. Basically, you bring your blade down on the one, you cause fire damage to the one after, then you bring your blade down again, and basically split the direwolf in two. Its bloody chunks just kind of fall to the side. The blade seems... Are you okay? The blade seems happy. You actually feel warmth spreading throughout you. You feel the blade's happiness in your head. Rena comes forth. And rah! Puts her blade into it. Direwolf. This one gets an attack of an advantage on Vold. 18. Vold. Yep. For 18, 8 piercing. And you still have to do your strength saving throw. Alright. Excellent. Nice. Your feet are planted firmly. You cannot be moved. Okay, blind dire wolf. It has other senses and can use that to track you down. But I think it gets disadvantage for an attack roll because it's blinded. Yep. Mm-hmm. Alistair. It's your turn. Aww. You suddenly hear a whimpering noise coming from the from the poor dire wolf. Yep. Direwolf goes for Kitty. And misses. Kitty is strong. Ismark. Yep. Ismark comes around to help in with the attack. Eight for 8 damage. Godfrey comes down here to help out Vold. 19 and 18. Let's see if that thing's even still alive after this. And nope. 2 hits from Godfrey, and that thing dies. And yeah, it looks like I never rolled initiative on the wolf down here. So I'm just gonna add his turn in now and have him, and just basically have him go now. Because that was for the turn that he missed, and that's for this turn. Okay, that direwolf can't even move. Fulgar! Yeah, if you actually hit with both of them, it'd be dead. Oh, sorry there. Anything else you can do? Excellent choice. Considering you're fairly squishy. And now it's Pavic's turn, the guy who's not so squishy. Oh. Yeah, and it's dead. Basically, you knock it in its head and it collapses. You see a little bit of brain matter coming out. Nah, he basically got a perfect HP on that. If he had gotten way over, like with this one, this. Oh, sorry, no, sorry, that was that one. I'm waiting for a second attack, which means you also get advantage. This one, you'll do basically the same thing. You crush its skull with one hit. Okay. Vold. All on you, buddy. Alright. You kill it with one with the first hit. It was already dead. You've basically you've now cut it into pieces. It's very dead. Mm-hmm. Kitty! Yep. Woof woof. Miss. Miss. Everyone gives you a sympathetic look. And she misses. Alistair! Alright. The arrow seems to slide right into its mouth and protrude the other side. You've nearly killed it. Anything else? Nope, just that one. There is no next one. There's only one left. It's still alive. It's basically, you shot the arrow, it landed right through the mouth, but didn't hit the vital structures. But basically, you were basically one little tiny centimeter away from killing it completely. But you're... Yeah. Yeah, they're bonus. And that seems to make it die. It basically jerks from hearing it. Basically the jerking motion of its head causes the arrow to dig right through its one of its major veins or arteries, and it bleeds out right through its mouth and drops dead on the ground between. Yeah, you're on the same. It's just easiest that way. Aww. Alright, so, to the windmill! Unless you guys decided that you want to run away at this point. No one is. No. Oops! I forgot to remove your old characters from this map. Give me 1 second. Oh, crap. Hold on, I'm missing an NPC that needs to be on this map. Alright. Yep. Yeah, I have to put your tokens out. Yeah, because I had your old tokens in there. I deleted them all and accidentally deleted one of the NPCs. I had to figure out which one it was. Hey, Lyra. Okay. There we go. Fixed it. Alright. Okay. Fulgur. Alright. There we go. Now, what would you guys like to do? Alright, you punch the tower, and that starts initiative. And it hates you too. Apparently that only works on children. apparently they were supposed to be pies originally, but so I've seen the picture, but I kind of decided we kind of went with cookies. Alright, looks like all of you guys rolled. Fulgur! What would you like to do? Oops, forgot to make a roll for something. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. I kind of figured those since they show up on the initial roll anyway. You know they're there. So you're taking. So Fulgur successfully took one of the beads off the firebolt necklace. Sure, that's an action. It's heavy, it's not locked. Well, you've already used sleight of hand, so isn't that like a bonus action? Okay. And then you still have an action then. Okay. I figured it's immediate. Basically, once you throw it, it will then explode. Yeah. Yeah, then you've already used up your action. Because he couldn't have used his action to do that because it wasn't his turn yet. Right. Okay, then you would like to hold the throw until the door is open. Okay. Alistair. It just opens. It's a door. All right. Tiefling. You're back again, Morganeth cackles as Fulgur tosses his bead in there. Alright, roll for damage on Fireball. Where's the first level for one bead? Hold on. Oh, okay. Works for me. Alright. Yep, I'm working on that. Hold on. Trying to find the right sheet for her. There we go. Do her first. Yep. Negative. Oops. -11. Now let's see if any of these dretches survive. Ducks. Ooh, that one survived. Oops. 11. This one. This one does not. Alright. That one just kind of evaporates as the fire consumes it. As does this one. Those two just kind of evaporate as the fire consumes them. You hear a yelling sound from the upper floor, and someone comes stomping downstairs. Oh, it's him again! And immediately the hag goes on the attack. Where's the page for the hag? Hold on. Ah, there we go. Oh, see, she still looks human. Yeah, 1 second. She uses Rave Enfeeblement against Fulgar. There. Sir Godfrey kind of like pushes you aside. He goes immediately after the hag. Foul creature, go back to your own plane. Come here, Sir Godfrey's character sheet. Sorry, I've got so many character sheets open up here. Ugh. She grimaces. Let's see, that's slashing damage. Okay. Resistance that. She takes 6. Alright, that means it's its turn. Oh, actually, those things should not have died. Interesting. Just notice that dresses are firing me. Oh well, I'll just let 2 of them die anyway. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. I basically was looking at the sheet just for that. Forgot to check the immunities. Dress kind of moves forward and goes and claws at Sir Godfrey. Sir Godfrey is slashed. Marina. She doesn't have any room to get in. She basically looks at her brother and says, "Stay back. These things are dangerous." Well, she doesn't have any room to maneuver with against the enemy things. Pavik! And besides, I would take up room from the really strong fighters here. So. You could... No, because your turn was already over. You were just holding your action to throw something. You did not say holding your action to move afterwards. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, but you still were sitting there and says elsewhere. No, think to remember next time. Yes. Strength. Well, okay, yeah, you're right. You're a monk, so yeah, you can just hit it as normal. The first two felt like you were just hitting what you're hitting, a rock wall. The third one, however, you go rah and hit it much stronger than before, and you actually see some bricks shifting slightly and a little bit of dust tumbling down at you. Vold. Now that Pavik has loosened the wool. If you don't normally have an unarmed strike, then athletics checks just to hit the wool. You basically smack your fist into the wall, and it hurts. It is painful. You are lucky that you did not break your hand doing that. Oh, you get advantage. I'm sorry. Yay! Sorry about that. I was looking at the bright red 9 and wasn't even looking at the thing next to it. I'm sorry. Well, the first one was fine, and then the second one, you got the same effect as Pavik. A little bit of dust starts shifting down at you. Yeah, that's what I said about the second one. Alright. Alright. You hear the unmistakable sound of a window opening just above Fulgar's head. You see one of the, you see what looks like a person sticking her head out, a really ugly woman sticking her head out the window. Like, he's back with friends, is he? She grins evilly and casts lightning bolts down at Alistair. You take 15. Grinch comes over. And hits Godfrey for 5. Ismark. Ismark was around the tower when the lightning bolt was cast outside, so he has no idea what's going on there. Catches up with his sister and sees the gnome twitching in pain. Alistair? That's on you. Are you twitching in pain? Yeah, Ismark is like, what's happened? Yes. Regath cackles and basically is looking over at Fulgar. It's like, poor boy. You should not have come back. Perhaps then you would be okay. She is casting Hold Person on Fulgar. And I'm trying to look at what that's. Hold on. That's what I'm trying to determine. 14. 14 according to this. Yep. Kitty. What the? Oh, I'm sorry. My cat. Hold on. It's actually Kitty's turn. So, yeah, Kitty, your turn. My cat suddenly hit my keyboard and caused the toner to go out of whack. What? Kitty's quiet. Alright, for some reason I'm not hearing any noises except for you guys talking. Because I didn't hear a lost noise. Crap. Yeah, and I didn't hear anything. Yeah, I don't have any space open that I can open up any more thingamajigs. Yeah. Well, according to the book, this is like level 4 or 5. This location. And you've already conquered. Well, actually, that place was modified. Never mind. Yeah, I'm guessing she's rebooting. Yeah, that works for me. Fulgar, what would you like to do? The 2 that you can see? That's not a hag, that's Godfrey. Yeah, you can only see two of them. There's a third, but she's kind of above your head on an overhang, and you can't actually see her from where you are. Alright. So she takes... Hold on 1 second. Need to... Okay. -7. This and -5. You'll pay for that. You hear. Alright. Are you just going to continue to hit the side of the building? Okay. Alistair. Yeah, she's in combat. No. She laughs at you for that. You cannot charm me! Night Hag. Conditional immunities. Charmed. Is that your bardic inspiration? Yeah! That was awesome! Yeah, this is why we needed a bard all this time. Oh, it's because I didn't save his token to show his health bar, sorry. I'll fix that later. Ouch. The hag reveals her true face and goes after Godfrey with her claws. And that's a miss. Okay, Godfrey heals automatically and decides to attack the hag that just attacked him. Ugh, ugh. Alright. Give me 1 second. Trying to find a spell, but I just realized that. Yeah! Irina's gonna cast Protection Good and Evil on Fulgar. I do not have the push out for that. I forget what it does exactly, but I think one of you has it. Sure. Yeah, she just cast it on you to try to keep you safe. Actually, they're fiends, not fae. Yep, they're fiends. No, they come from hell. Yeah, these are night hags. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Well, they eat children. We cast it. Irina cast it on Fulgar. Okay, where's my dretch? Hold on, my sheet for dretch has gone missing. Ah, here it is. Oh, I see. Because I was looking at that and it vanished behind there. Okay. The dretch is attacking Godfrey again. Nah, he'll come back after a couple of days and come find you again. I'm not sure, but he has a lot of hit points, and he heals himself every turn. Havoc. Yeah, you can reach her. She's standing at the bottom of the stairs. But yeah, I'm trying to remember what the counter was. Alright. Yeah, they only have strength. They don't have the little things. So roll your thing, Pavik. Ooh, you managed to grab her. She's actually quite surprised that you managed to grab her. And you toss her out. Ah. A night hag lands right in front of Vold. Oof. Oh, she got stunned. Yeah, you got... Yes. Whoa! +4 to damage? Don't give me totals. I'm looking at your. I have to look at your individuals because of damage resistance. You hear from above your heads. It's like, ah, sister. You hear somebody calling out, and then she jumps down landing right next to Vold, and attacks her. Attacks him. She's fine. 15 damage to Vold. Alright, good for you. Hold on. Let's see, 15, so that'd be 7 damage. Yep. Stretch is going to bite and claw at Sir Godfrey again. And he takes 5 damage. Ismark runs forward to go after the, oops, actually no, he's going to stop here, and goes after the night hag that's been hurt already. Hold on, where's his sheet? Ah, there it is. Yep. So that is that damage, and then that damage. Oh no, wait. Hold on, she's got that much HP. There we go. And hits her once. How dare you, damn it, hurt my daughters. And she launches herself at Pavik. $12 damage to Pavik. Alright. And now it's Kitty's turn. Hooray. How about we say... Oh, go ahead. Is it how about we say you did that last turn, so you've had that all this time? The one that's currently stunned. Excellent. Yep. Ooh. And this is a magic weapon, so... And since you have an awesome magic weapon, it's actually causing real damage to the Night Hag. Yeah. The Night Hag is currently stunned. Looks like she's getting hurt pretty badly. Nice. Fulgur! You guys attack him? Okay. Alright, so she takes that. The second one misses. Third one hits. Type that out because Kitty went to the bathroom. No, I mean, type out that's for Kitty, so that if we're in the middle of something. Okay, cool. Excellent. Huh. Is that it? Alistair. The one that's stunned or the one that's not stunned? That's wisdom or charisma? Yeah, wisdom. Ooh. Nothing is more terrifying than the laugh of a night hag. She starts laughing and cannot stop, grabbing her sides as she shakes from the hilarity of it all. Yep, you've been hasted. I can't survive. No, all I want to do is start singing. Bella, let's see. Okay, she's still stunned. Godfrey! That's my character. He strikes out at the Morgana. He also heals up for 10. Godfrey also strikes out at Morgana's. Miss. Hit. Arena. She goes over here and attempts to takes out her silver weapon and attempts to strike out at the night hag. And she's still. Oh. No, she hit. Dretch. Yep. Havoc. All right. Oh! She is stunned and laying on the ground now. Night hags are. Never mind. Which one first? Okay. Miss. You don't have advantage on her anymore. Oh, it's the end of your turn. Okay, then that is a hit. Yeah. Nope. Vold, you're currently surrounded by night hags. No, not even night hags don't even have to orcs. Yes. That is awesome. No, she's not. The other two are. Alright. The one laying on the ground laughing. Okay. Anything else you can do? Alright. And now she stands up. And she's going right after Vold. Lucky you. The Dretches can just keep going after Godfrey, since, as far as they're concerned, he's a good target. And he decides to do so. Oh, that would still provoke an attack of opportunity from this one. So he's just disengaging, basically. Agana, shakes her head off and stands up. That's unfortunately, for full action and movement, so she's now just no longer prone. She was also stunned by the movement, so I decided that with this case that also takes up her action to clear her head. Kitty. Gonna kill her daughter, huh? No. But she's not flanked in that direction. Vulgar! Which one are you hitting? Oh, then originally Volt should have taken damage from that too, but I guess, nah. Never mind. Yeah, she was. That's why. It explains it. Okay, dexterity. Ooh. Which one are you hitting? Which one's taking that hit? Morganeth? She's definitely not going to drop. She's still got a lot of health. Alistair. That'd be this one down here in the corner. And she glares over at you. Apparently she's going to come for you now. Get back here, bite-sized! She turns and the other one turns and grins and says, "Yeah, that's right. I am playing with Pavik." And launches a lightning bolt right at him. And Pavik apparently collapses to the ground as the as the night hag cackles in triumph. Sir Godfrey sees Pavik go down and immediately attacks the Dretch to try to get rid of it. Kills the first one and merely wounds the second one. Marina. She grimaces at the fact that Pavik is now down and wishes she could help him, but she has no healing ability. So instead she just uses her silver weapon against the nearest night hag. The night hag grimaces as the silver touches her goes into her flesh. And she turns and glares at Arena. "Ah, little girl, you should not be playing with such weapons." Pavik. And that is Shuvu, well, since he's currently fighting the Dretches, it's not really as important to do until he gets back outside. You forgot about the spell. Bold. You're currently surrounded by night hags. And you just saw the Goliath collapse to the ground. Okay. She grunts in pain from the blade. Yeah, and then the next one, she collapses and dies right in kind of she kind of vanishes in front of you. Yes. Return to return to the hell that she's from. Morgana screams at you, Bella! And it's basically now going to go after you, it looks like. The other one also screams and yells, my sister! And claws at you. The remaining wretch is once again attacking. Alright. Ismark. He is coming down one to strike out at Morganeth. Yeah, they both are. Morganeth ignores Ismark's attack, her entire attention focused on Vold for what happened to her daughter. And I will make you pay for that. She tries to claw you. Apparently they can't they can't cast the spell every round, so Kitty! Morgana, the mother, appears to be looking like she's about ready to drop. Fulgur! The top one, Morgana, it looks like she's about to drop over. No. Fulgur! Anything else you can do? Alright. Night Hags? Alright. Okay. Okay, so she is blinded. yells out from that. And how about the other one? And she is also blinded. How dare you? She yells. Sir Godfrey. He's going to attempt to finish off Dretch. And succeeds. And then he is going to pick up Pavik and drag him inside so that he avoids getting area blasted by anything. Oh wait, Pavik's turn comes after that, but Godfrey wouldn't know that, so last you saw the Pavik was still on the ground. So he just dragged you inside. Arena once again attempts to stab. Well, this time she looks over at Morganeth and stabs at her, thinking that she looks like she's about to drop. She screams, "This is for the children!" and stabs Morganeth directly into the heart. Morganeth screams and drops something onto the ground as she dissipates. It rolls right next to her remaining daughter's foot. Pavik! Hit. Miss. Miss. Yeah, so you hit her twice, basically. Yep. Vold. Miss. Hit. Sure. Alright. Anything else you can do? Alright. The hag breathes sharply, and since she knows where it is, reaches down and grabs the object that was on the ground. You will pay for all of this. And all of a sudden, she's blinded, but she felt it against her foot. She can feel it. It said, "We shall meet again soon." And she magically transports herself to the ethereal plane. Ismark, where'd she go? Alright. Okay. Technically, she's going to be staying there. So, let's see how much experience points you guys get. Everyone breathes easily as the hags seem to be gone. No. Alright. Sorry, I just need to calculate how many experience points all of this is. Hardly. How many do you need? Okay. Yeah. Alright. You did mostly defeat that one character, but you did not defeat her permanently, so 725 experience points for this encounter. Convenient. It's not conveniently dropped. Hold on, I'm just writing down some notes. Alright. Yeah, you can see. Now the ground floor has been converted into a makeshift kitchen, but the room is filthy. Baskets and old dishware are piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart, a chicken coop, a heavy wooden trunk, and a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. You can smell in the air the stench of cooked feathers, other things that were basically burned up when your spell went in there. It completely destroyed any of the pastries that were burning. The chickens are all dead. They've been cooked, and the frogs are gone too. There's also a barrel in the middle of the room that another terrible odor is emanating. However, the barrel appears to be empty. It looks like whatever was in there was used up. It's just the remnant of the smell is still there. You can tell that there's some sort of bone littering the floor as you're walking around, Fulgar. Kitty, you've gotten all the way up to the bedroom. Okay, hold on. Yeah. In a rotting wooden closet, there are 3 crates stacked one on top of another, with small doors set into them. Next to the closet is a heap of discarded clothing, a ladder that climbs to a wooden trapdoor and a 9-foot-high ceiling, a moldy bed, and a tattered canopy. Yeah, there's also some sort of attic space from the looks of it. As you look through the crate, a horrible smell comes to you, and you can tell that there was something scared and alive in there at one point, but apparently it was taken out and nobody bothered to clean up after it from in there. The clothes are all child-sized. There doesn't seem to be anything else of interest. Oh, wait. As you look through the bed, you discover some cheap jewelry, 6 pieces, each worth 25 gold. All stuffed into the moldy mattress. Alright. 6, 25 gold each. You've reached the windmill's peak, a domed chamber filled with old machinery. There's not much room to move around in. Light slips into this attic through small holes in the walls. You can also see several old nests that are just laying about. They're currently unoccupied. It's basically one of the places that you can randomly find one of the 3 treasures. That's where you found like the bones and the now burnt pastries, the dead chickens that are all burnt up from your fireball spell. And pretty much, if there's anything else of interest, you've destroyed it. Chickens? Yes. Oh, wait a second. One thing. As you look poking around the cabinets, you do find some elixirs. One of them labeled youth. Another one labeled laughter. And yet another one labeled mother's milk. It's possible that the fire may have damaged these, but it's not sure. All you can tell for certain is that the chicken coop, at least, has been destroyed. There's the bodies of at least 4 chickens, or at least 3 chickens and a rooster, and a few cooked eggs that have been cooked in their shells and therefore burst open. Yep, they're elixirs. Yes. Let me look at the map. Hold on. That's a good question. You can sort of make it out in the distance, but it's very foggy and there's a lot of trees and it's getting towards evening. It's all the way to the east from here. Oh, there's some dead chickens around, so, and dead frogs in a trunk. Well, there's bedroom stuff, but like, you know, it'll take some cleaning, but could make it a place to live for now. Prestidigitation all around. Welcome back, kitty. You should be able to get back by the end of the day. Okay, so basically, bottom line, where do you guys wish to go? Wait, halflings are smaller than gnomes, I thought. Best friend who claims he doesn't have any friends, though. They're just gonna drop you off at a duck pond and go away. I love birds. I could have sworn it was Fulgur who was up there, not anyone else, other than Kitty. Huh. Ah. You can always split them in half. You each take three. There's 6 of them, so you each take 3. 75 gold worth. 3 of them equals 75 gold. Yes, that is true. Jeez. It's all cheap costume stuff. Oh my god, I can picture it in my head. But then I'm going to start singing White and Nerdy. Well, Mountain's awesome, so... How about Penny? We're supposed to get you in some clown makeup now. Oh, that'd be terrifying. A terrifying little clown bard. Yeah, Kitty! Yeah, Kitty would go smash, 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 smash! Probably going to be lace and frilly stuff. So, back to the inn. Get back on the map. It's pressing on towards nighttime. Well, as you know me, as you stick around the tree, your foot catches on something and you fall over. Well, you discovered a bundle of clothing. This looks like normal peasant gear. It's way too big for you, though. Go for it. Just roll. Vlad wins. Vold wins, sorry. Are you just heading back into the inn, or are you hanging around in town first? Stash of wine. No, it's still pretty empty as you approach. That's all that's left. Meanie. Yeah, they're just in different areas. Yeah, and even if you could get like a crop started, it would take a while to do anything with it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Well, the druids are the ones that destroyed the winery. Alright. Okay, so you do did pick it up. Alright, well, if that's the case, the youth potion will give you a younger and more attractive look for 24 hours. The second one turns out not to be a potion at all. It's some sort of tea. Though it's hard to tell what it is, just from an identify spell. The third one is some kind of poison. Again, and not magical, and therefore it's hard to tell what it is. The one that's called Mother's Milk. Mm-hmm. Why? Maybe a fucking mean thing to do. Don't do it, guys. Just be nice. And you're tiny. It can be easily portable. It's easily portable. How are you gonna get back out? And of course, since you're in this land, yeah, only Fulgar knows that one. Or dead. Yeah, because basically, my establishment was that originally you were with the party that Pavic's original character was part of, but you guys left to fulfill the gnome's desire before that. before they got slaughtered by werewolves. Well, as I said, there's only a limited amount of parties running around from the outside, so at this point, because pretty much all of you were at the inn, the inn that burned down. So there's only a limited amount of people that could have been there that night. It wasn't like it was a huge inn, but it wasn't tiny either. So, what are you guys' plans? Another long rest? Get yourselves recharged? Arena says, that's okay. You're good now, right? You've been helped? Your token's not there, so... Kitty just has desires on Arena. And this Mark is just watching all this and shaking his head. Doesn't appear. Yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything actionable there. You've been stealing the child's toys. You hear a clomping noise coming from the direction of the stables, by the way. The horse is whinnying because apparently it doesn't have anything to eat. That poor horse. What? No, it's for you shut the poor horse into a stall so it can't wander away to eat for itself. Instead of just leaving it out there. So anything else you guys wish to get done? What are you gonna do with that high charisma? She's smiling at you and says she understands. So it looks like it has. All right. I think that's about it for this session.